Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping. We can all agree that some people are born different. After all, humans are a particularly unique species, despite there being close to 9 million species living on the planet. Certain rare body features are present in very few people across the globe, and they're not always good. From extra teeth to extra nipples, let's have a look at 10 body parts most people don't have. Number 10. Extra teeth. A kid was born with a rare condition known as multiple hyperdontia that gave him more teeth than an average human. Not just a few more, he has 526 teeth in total. Since the discovery, the kid underwent operations to have the extra teeth removed from his mouth. Otherwise, they could cause severe gum disease and eating discomfort as he gets older. After a 3-day stay at the hospital, all of the excessive teeth were removed from his mouth, including some in his jaw. The teeth were thoroughly examined by the doctors, and after that, a picture of the excessive teeth was taken. That really is a lot of extra teeth. The parents were clueless about his condition because they were poor and couldn't afford the dentist. However, his mother did notice extra teeth pushing through his gums, so she saved the money to take her kid to the dentist. What a surprise that'd been.
Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, and you'll get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it. It really works.
Number 9. 2 hearts. An Italian man was living with 2 hearts, and he had no idea about it. But he wasn't born with them. He got an extra one during surgery many years ago. Yes, you heard that right. The 71-year-old was admitted to the hospital due to what was thought to be a typical cardiac arrest case. But doctors soon discovered that his situation was very different from anything they'd seen before. As it turns out, the man had acquired his second heart during a heterotopic transplant, meaning that the patient's original heart was merged with his new, healthier heart. The surgery went well, actually too well in fact. The man had developed 2 independent heart rhythms, and both organs actually stopped when doctors tried to administer drugs to try to get their rhythms to work in sync again. But luckily, a defibrillator helped restart both hearts, and the man was able to go back to his normal life after returning from the brink of death. Having 2 hearts must be really fascinating. Number 8. Different colored eyes. This is one of the rarest mutations in humans. Heterochromia is when a person's irises are different colors. It's not creepy at all. In fact, the people with heterochromia look beautiful and rebel. There are a few kinds of heterochromia. Complete heterochromia is when one iris is a different color than the other. When part of one iris is a different color than the rest of it, this is called partial heterochromia. There are many types of causes. An infant can be born with it, or it can develop soon after birth. In most cases, children born with heterochromia will experience no other symptoms. They do not have any other problems with their eyes and general health, so it's just a useless human mutation and not a threat. Number 7. Extra fingers and toes. Being born with an extra finger or toe is not that uncommon, but a boy in China with 16 toes and 15 fingers was discovered in 2010, and it's one of the rarest cases ever seen. 4 of the fingers on one of his hands and 3 fingers on the other had actually been fused together, but now the extra ones have been separated and removed. He underwent surgery in 2010 to have all the extra digits removed and is now living a normal life. He was once bullied incessantly at school for his condition, but now it seems he'll be able to live the life of a normal schoolboy. Number 6. Extra strand of DNA. A 2-year-old boy in Britain reportedly became the world's first person to be born with an extra strand in his DNA. Alfie Clamp was born blind and with severe disabilities, which led doctors to carry out various tests. The tests revealed that his 7th chromosome had an extra arm, which has never been documented anywhere in the world before, and doctors were baffled at his condition, which was so rare it didn't have a name. Medics also had no idea whether his condition would improve or reduce his life expectancy. His parents, Gemma and Richard Clamp, discovered something was wrong with him after they first took him home. Within days, he was rushed back to the hospital after he stopped breathing and his lips turned blue. Then, when he was 6 weeks old, doctors discovered he had a rare abnormality in his DNA. His condition left Alfie unable to see until he was 3 months old, and his muscles were so weak he could not roll over on his own. He also suffers fits sparked by high temperatures and metabolic problems that stop him from eating or drinking. Number 5. Two faces. You must have heard about two-faced people, but this two-faced kid will bring tears to your eyes. The fate of a Chinese boy who was born with a rare facial defect has caught the attention of millions. The child, born in southern China's Hunan province, suffered from a severe transverse facial cleft, which means there are two huge gaps appearing from both sides of his mouth leading toward his ears. Instead of the joyful feeling a new mother would have while meeting their baby for the first time, Hui Keng's mother, Yi Langxi, said she was devastated. She said at first the doctors would avoid showing her the baby after Hui Keng was delivered, and after she repeatedly requested to see the child, the doctors brought her the baby, and her whole body felt numb. She was not only shattered by her son's birth defect, but also puzzled. Due to the deformation, Hui Keng seems to have two faces, which has caused the media to call him the Mask Boy, a nickname he's had for the past 10 years. Number 4. Extra body. Twins born with a joint body is not uncommon, but only 1 in 1,000 twins are born in a joint body, so it's still a very small number. The most famous joint twins were the Siamese brothers. One of them was named Chang Bunker and the other Eng Bunker. Against all odds, they survived and lived a long, happy life. Happy how? Well, both of them were rich, which is fine because they were part of a big circus and they toured the whole of America, but the most interesting part is that they were married and had 21 kids in total. Yes, it's as crazy as it sounds. The Bunker brothers got married to 2 sisters, and they shared a huge bed made for 4 people. That was until the fallout between the sisters and they moved into different houses, but obviously the brothers couldn't, so they took turns and stayed at one sister's house twice in a week and then the other house. In 1874, Chang died, and 2.5 hours later, Eng died as well. Maybe the thought of being attached to a dead body killed Eng, but people believe Eng wouldn't have survived had he been detached from the body. Number 3. A few extra limbs. A 7-year-old boy, Deepak Paswan, was born with a parasitic that was never developed completely. He was conjoined at his abdomen, giving him 4 legs and 4 arms, but 1 head. Hindu pilgrims visited his home in the northern state of Bihar to worship him as an incarnation of the god Vishnu, often depicted with numerous limbs. Deepak's family, uncomfortable with the attention, appealed for help to pay for an operation to have the extra limbs removed, and a hospital in the southern city of Bangalore offered to do the procedure for free. Deepak's story mirrors that of Lakshmi Tatma, a girl from Bihar who was also born with 4 arms and 4 legs. She was successfully operated on in 2007 and is now thriving. The Fortis Hospital in Bangalore said that a team of 15 doctors worked on Deepak's case, and after months of consultations, went ahead with the complicated surgery. After a long surgery, he got 100% fit and is now living a proper, healthy life. And with that, it's now time for today's subscriber pick. Today's photo was sent to us by a subscriber. If you come across a photo online and you want to know more details about it, just send it over to us. We might even feature it on a future video. This is a picture of Gigi, who was born with 2 left arms. His condition was really serious as he was born with just 1 kidney and both of his left arms weren't functional. Gigi cried when either of his arms was touched, but smiled and responded normally to other stimuli. Doctors planned to operate on him and remove the extra arm, which was pretty risky. But after a long surgery, the extra arm was removed, and after a few weeks, Gigi recovered completely and now doesn't have to live with the deformity. Number 1. Extra nipple. The presence of a tiny extra nipple isn't entirely unheard of. Celebrities Lily Allen and Mark Wahlberg are pretty proud of their 3rd nipple, and many people don't even realize they have one because they look so much like moles. But one woman has outdone them all by growing a very large nipple, which is about 4 inches wide, on the sole of her foot. She says it doesn't cause her any pain or annoyance, but we can imagine it would be a pretty big surprise for a pedicurist. Which one of these cases surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.